Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekakadash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you're talking about financial news, and we have a lot of that going around because you got the conversation of reparation being thrown around. You hear that word, reparation, and it is pretty much the perception of it is it's the payback for slavery, because slavery was free labor, and it still is free labor through the 2 million blacks and Hispanics that's in the prison system. Then you have these employees making minimum wage, and that's pretty much not even paying the people what they need to live. But when you got all of these things going on, what is finance? Let's look that up. What is finance? It says personal finance is the financial management which an individual or a family unit performs to budget, save, and spend monetary resources over time, taking into account various financial risks or future life events. Taking into account various financial risks or future life events. So you're talking about life events. So finance go into a lot. What are you taking in? And it's taking into account now. Yahweh Shah, he give us the understanding of how we should look at money and how we should look at our finances. Now, when you look at Ecclesiastes 7 and 12, it say, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it." So money cannot give you life. See, because they both, wisdom and money, you can try to compare those two. And some people say, if it ain't about the money, I don't want to talk about it. So they say, forget the wisdom, give me the money, because that's the defense I need. But see, money can't save your life or be a defense for your life. And so let me get Luke, because that goes right along with what Luke was talking about. Verse 12, chapter 12. Let's see here, verse 19. It said, "And I will say to my soul, have oh no, I'm supposed to start at 16, Salakia. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. Then I'm going to jump down to verse 19. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, thou fool, this night your soul shall be required of you. Then whose shall those things be which you have provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God. So the money and these riches is not going to be a defense for your life. See, it can be a defense, but it ain't going to be a defense for your life when it's time for somebody to come take your life. Then the wisdom is going to be the only defense you need. But if you don't got that wisdom, you going to be out of there. Now let's hit Proverbs, because Yahushua told us how to look at this money or finances. It say, remove far from me vanity and lies. See that, and that main thing is the lies about how you supposed to look at this money. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. So he said, give me poverty nor riches. Just give me what I need, pretty much. See, that's the only thing we should be concerned about. Now, let's see here. Let me get Matthew. Matthew say, verse 19. It say, lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. See, even the money that you get, somebody could steal it. Verse 20. But lay up your treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. See, because when they say neither moth and rust, see, money devalues when inflation always rising, especially with this American dollar. The inflation is rising, and you saving money, but that money ain't gonna save the value as the time go by. See, if the value stayed the same, you saving that money might mean something, but you saving that money is going that money gonna be devalued while you trying to save it. It's gonna gain rust and moth, and somebody and the government pretty much stealing it from you while you sitting up there saving it. 21, it say, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So now your heart and your mind is stuck on this money. And let's go ahead and get 24 while we at it. Yahweh shall say, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money, because you got to work for that money. You got to put in time. And see, it take time to deal with the Most High. Let's get that in Psalms real quick. Psalm chapter 1. It say, but verse 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do he meditate day and night. See, you got to be meditating day and night on the Lord. Yeah, it take time. Now let's see here. Isaiah 36, 33, and 6. It say, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See, with the wisdom is gonna keep you stable in these last days. It's not gonna be uh where you gonna be secure and stable because you got some money. See, money ain't gonna be what's gonna keep you stable. Only the wisdom and the knowledge gonna keep you stable in these last times. So if you gonna uh, deal with your finances, when you dealing with your finances, meaning taking into account of what events you're gonna have to deal with, is bigger than you paying some rent and a car payment and a light bill. See, you got to be putting in work for your finances about major events that's coming. And these major events ain't gonna be dealt with a check that you got from the plantation owner. It ain't gonna be from some check from you hustling and grinding somewhere on your own. You're gonna have to use wisdom and knowledge to deal with those financial events in the future. Now, let's see here. Um, let me go to King Solomon. I wanted to get him earlier, but we'll get him right now. King Solomon, what was that? Let's see. Okay, it wasn't that one. Might have been verse 1. Oh, second chapter. It say, hold on. Yeah, let's just get it real quick. I gather me also silver and gold and procure treasure of kings and of the provinces. I got me men singers. So he gonna name all the stuff he got. Okay. Then it say, uh, where is it? Oh, verse 18. It say, yeah, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I shall leave it unto the man that shall be after me. See, he's saying, man, I'm doing all this work and labor for what? I'm gonna leave it to another Negro, man. And this nigga might be crazy. What the heck I'm doing all this work for? 26, he say, for God giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. So he's saying you hustling and bustling, uh, just for you heaping up all this stuff, you gathering all this money and goods and stuff, so God can give it to the good man after you. See, after you drop dead, God gonna give that to some. He gonna bless a good man after you. So you should really be going after the wisdom and the knowledge, because that's something good that God gives, and nobody can come and take that from you. See, but that's why he says it's vanity to sit around and worry about how much money you gonna collect, thinking it's gonna be a defense, and it ain't gonna be no defense. You gonna drop dead, and somebody else gonna get that money, and you ain't even gonna be able to enjoy your own money. Let's see here, what else I had. And that's what happened in the Esau. Esau is that sinner. Esau is that person that's focusing on money, and it ain't gonna end like he think it's gonna end. Psalm 17, 13 and 14. It said, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Verse 14. He said, "From men which are your hand, O God, O Lord, from the men of the world, which have their portion in this life." See, that's the Edomites. "And whose belly thou fillest with your hid treasure. They are full of children, they leave the rest of their substance to their babes." See, these Edomites, they getting their portion, and they're living to the fullest, and they getting all the riches can get, and they leaving it to their children. But see, that's not gonna be a defense for them when he comes. See, when he come for these dragons, it's gonna be game over. And their financial news is gonna be that their finances, their little money ain't gonna be able to save them. And see, the wisdom could have saved them if they would have focused on the spiritual part. But they are the perfect example of how you just pretty much gonna forfeit your life if you focus on the physical money or the physical finances than the spiritual finances. The spiritual finances is gonna pretty much save your life, be a defense for your life, not like Esau, because he is finished. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. The honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.